Hey, what is up, YouTube? We are back with some more Rush, this time isolated Limelight, isolated drums, and this was originally a PayPal request for Miss Chuck, a very passionate Rush fan, and I know all you Rush fans are very passionate, and I've talked about this a lot, but yeah, I was completely ignorant of Rush. They weren't a popular band here at all in New Zealand, so I've created a Rush playlist, so hopefully you somewhat get to discover Rush again through my eyes, I guess. Hopefully you're digging that journey along with me. I'm loving it. Remember, if you do have a request for this channel, you can hit me on the Patreon or PayPal and I can get that done for you. There's just far too many requests to do, which I'm totally humbled by, but there's just too many requests in the general comment section. So I do prioritize the people who contribute and donate to the channel to help keep it running. But yeah, really excited to get to some more Rush. So let's get to it. Now, I wouldn't say by any stretch I've only done a handful of Rush songs and only ever heard in my life a handful of Neil Peart drum tracks. Starting to notice a few really cool things. He loves his single stroke for ba-da-da-bump, finishing on the bass drum. So some kind of three 16th note triplets on the hands followed by a bass drum. Ba-da-da-bump, ba-da-da-bump, ba-da-bump. That little lick there, I'm loving it. He plays it just so tight and so in the pocket. Very, very impressive. I love the way he navigates odd time and the way he decorates odd time. It's just a thing of beauty. It's just so impressive. And he manages to do something very difficult. He navigates odd time signatures, but makes them feel very natural and not jarring. So a lot of times you'll get techie kind of bands and it just starts getting completely gross because it's like, hey, we're playing in 7. Hear that? 7. Hey, you can't dance to it. 7. And it's like, yeah, we know it's 7. Well done. But Rush, again, they managed to sort of blur the lines there a little bit and make it just very musical. And it's not, hey, look at what we're doing. It's just part of the song. I need to check out the songwriting here and how much of this is, Neil's, how big an impact Neil has on the songwriting here, whether a lot of that odd time is coming from his proggy inclinations or whether the other guys are doing that as well. I've heard of bands, I believe the Dave Matthews Band, where Dave Matthews essentially just plays, and if it's odd time, it's odd time. He doesn't even necessarily know or care. It's just what he wants to play. And then the band, hey, you guys figure it out. This is how the song goes. I don't care what the time signature is. That is actually a very musical way of approaching it instead of we have to write a song in 7/4 because that's cool. Well, no, it's not cool. If it's a good song, it's cool. Anyway, rant over. Let's carry on. It's it's really awesome. I'm loving this. Woo, tasty ride. That is a really nice ride sound. Really nicely tied up there. Yeah, just really nicely tied up and buttoned to go into the next section. Very, very classy. Liking it. Slams too. Look, I'm really sorry to keep stopping the video, but the whole idea of this video is that I give my impressions. Of course, I could do that at the end of the video, but then I'd lose, in the heat of the moment, and that's what I want. I want to give you my first impression and reaction. This is something we've lost. We've lost this in modern music. I'm just going to say it. We live in a copy-paste world now where let's record you playing the drums for 30 minutes, take the best bar, copy-paste, 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 copy-paste. This is a live take, and you can hear it's a live take. And I think it's from 1981, if I'm not wrong, or 1980, something like that, whenever the album was released. And so what we have is not copy-paste. We've actually got a human being playing the drums. It's a very different thing. And one thing that wasn't as frowned upon back then, and you'll hear it in Led Zeppelin as well, is variation in the groove. So what I mean by that is they're not so slavishly tied to a drum part. Oh, here's the drum part. You need to execute it every time. No, well, he's changing it up. He's decorating it. He's putting fills in. And if he wants to change the bass drum pattern, he's just changing it. It's not a big deal. That's what gives music a little bit of rub and a little bit of grease. And it makes it sound better than just perfect copy-paste. I don't know. I'm going to, again, go out on a limb here. I might get a little bit of hate. I just don't know how much longevity. I don't know how much legacy copy-paste music, that style, quantized perfect music, I don't know how much legacy it's going to have. It's just not human enough. Hey, rant over. Let's keep going. Great sound. Great drum tone. Separation on the highs and the bass. Hi-hat. Snare in the middle. Very separated tuning-wise and sound palette-wise. Single stroke 4 lick again there. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so far, again, I would never call myself a Neil Peart expert. I haven't listened enough and dissected and transcribed anywhere close to enough Neil Peart or Rush to know exactly what I'm talking about. My gut feel, why I think Neil Peart is so good, well, other than being in Rush and Rush being a great, iconic legacy band, is control of subdivisions. Just very crisp and clean and clear, changing through subdivisions, which means he doesn't have to tempo reset, coming out of fills and back into a groove. And everybody wants that from a drummer, but everybody ignores it. It is so crucial. I'm hearing some characteristics. I'm really noticing now the juicy flams, great flams, excellent drum tone. Like the tuning is very sort of perfect. It's very clean and nice. I'm hearing a lot of that single stroke 4 lick, the ba-da-da-bum, ending on the bass drum, ba-da-da-bum. He might be doing a lot on the toms, that kind of sound. Utilizes that lick really well. And also, I think what is very impressive and makes Rush a little bit different, perhaps, is just really clean, is really clever navigation of odd time signatures. And I sort of talked about that earlier on this video. I won't go back into that, but yeah, just very clever and not too in your face. Not, this is 5/4, this is 7/4. Okay, they just do it and they make it seamless, and it's really tasty and listenable. Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed me doubling down and getting 2 Rush videos out. Please be sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. It really helps out the channel. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next video. All right, ciao.